This is a special edition of the 305. We had a possible world-changing event happen today, which is the 12th here, but the 13th in most of the world. But before we go into the most serious news, these are my tag team partners.
Your boy Fresh.
Dom Luker.
And while the news world is changing, let's talk about another pig taking the L first.
Oh, man.
Because first it was Wes Watson.
Yep.
Born 1983, Year of the Pig.
Yeah.
And then it was that bro, what the hell's it? Megan Thee Stallion. I just ruined a great clip. Megan Thee Stallion, born 1995, Year of the Pig. And now we have this man.
Ashton Hall. So I actually met Ashton Hall about a couple months ago, like 2 months ago. And we spoke a little bit, seemed pretty cool. And I mentioned him coming on the podcast. Now, obviously speaking, he's doing his thing. He's up there, getting massive clout. I understand. But it seemed to me he was very cocky and arrogant. Not saying he's a bad person, but saying he's just very cocky and arrogant. So seeing this is kind of like, damn, humbling, because I guarantee you, he ain't happy about this thing with Speed because he lost the race.
Yeah.
But he tried to defend it and say, I won the race. So that right there is the issue here. But what do you think about this, Dom?
I think it's the worst optics that he has so far out of anything that happened to him. And it's a lot that's hitting him. If you weren't a believer in Chinese numerology or any of this, Chinese astrology and numerology or any of that, this is confirmation. Because, bro, pigs are taking so many L's time and time again. And this is just proof. Like, you lost to the biggest streamer in the world. And not just that, it's like one of the only clips that you can find of Speed being that mad. And it's attached to his career forever. That alone is pretty detrimental.
You know, if I'm this guy, I might start paying attention to Chinese astrology too. The same way I made Andrew Wilson look like a fool because my prediction came true. This guy, if he actually studied what we know, he would have known it's not a good idea to race I Show Speed, born 2005 in the year of the monkey, but it's January, in a monkey city, which is Miami. Yeah. This took place in Miami. Are you out your mind thinking you're going to beat a person born in a monkey year in their own energy? You took an L because of ignorance, and you took an L because you're in your enemy year. Maybe it's time to wise up, pimp. Maybe instead of, going like this, you might as well start reading some books or something, bro.
Something you said, too, is never to go too hard.
Yep.
And that's the thing. He got bigger.
Kept
and he
doubling down.
Harder, yeah.
Kept doubling down.
So here's the thing, right? Ashton Hall made it big because it's morning routine. Amazing work. Listen, props to him. That was impeccable. The problem is that, like, when you do that one-hit wonder type of stuff, you need to stay relevant. Now, I know people say all the time networking is this and that, but when it comes to networking,
Only one guy says that.
he should actually focus on building relationships because this right here with Speed is bad. Speed is the #1 streamer in the world. To come at him this way and say, "Oh, bro, I beat you in a race. You're lying," dude. Speed was irate. Speed like, "Yo, bro, I brought you on my stream. We did a collaboration. Now you want to lie that he beat me in a race? Come on, bro."
Yeah.
So this right here, bro, is a huge L because now Speed is telling his chat, Ashton fraud in the chat. That's crazy, bro. So going against Speed is an L in general. So
he even entered it arrogant too. So not even like before the race, he was saying, "I'm going to leave you dusted. You're going to see 2 clips of just you by yourself and me by myself." Speed's a bigger person. Like you need to, like when you're in the presence of people that's larger, you got to show some type of humility. You don't bitch. You don't have to be a bitch to them, and you don't have to suck. Be a kiss ass. But dude, he's that nigga.
yeah,
Why are you going to come to him in an aggressive sense? And now you got to back it up. Why it's just a bad option, man.
But I do wonder if it was for content. But then again, this is kind of far for content, though. You don't think so?
No, this ain't content, man. Because if you're the pig, man, why would you take an L like this, man?
Yeah.
Why would you take an L? There's nothing I Show Speed could offer me to take this massive of an L.
Yeah.
This is gonna hurt his career.
Yeah.
The only difference is we don't know if it's gonna massively hit him or just take a little bit of a hit.
Yeah.
Which one do you think, massive or little?
In terms of money, I don't think it's going to play a role in that. But in terms of his image, his views, his amount of even followers he might get might be a little bit more stagnant. But I don't think he's going to lose any of his deals.
Yeah, again, I don't think it's going to hurt him that bad. The problem is his optics and relationships. So now, after seeing how arrogant he was here, and of course, telling Speed, "I'm going to beat you, bro," it's one thing. But then to come back and say, "I beat you, bro," you're lying. Like, okay, Speed is pretty much like chill most of his streams. Obviously, he gets a little bit irate sometimes, but like never this irate. He mentioned before. And this just goes to show that, like, he's like, "Bro, are you serious right now? I get a collab with you. You want to lie about what happened just now?" Well, fuck. He basically like, "Fuck you," basically. And then he unfollows him on Instagram as well.
He reminds me of Tracy McGrady.
Oh,
This is exactly what he reminds me of because he's never going to get past a certain place anymore. That glass ceiling is set, and just like Tracy, you never gain past the first round, bro. So right now, you went up quickly. You went up quickly, and you kept doubling down your enemy year. And let this be an example to people of what happens if you keep going hard in your enemy year. Because if he didn't do this, bro, he probably would have made a lot more money.
I didn't know that he was a pig, by the way. So that's crazy.
Me either, man.
I mean, didn't I say pigs were the bodybuilders?
Yeah.
Didn't I say that? I mean, how many times? Yeah. How many times? And again, they all usually have the same.
They seem like they all pretty arrogant, though.
They tend to be arrogant.
Yeah.
But they just have different sets of principles, man. They're about their bag. I'm never going to say they're not about their bag because Elon Musk, he proves pigs are about their bag. They're really good politically. The thing, and they like to party, man. They're really fun to be around, man. Like they're usually the life of a party. But when it comes down to it, they have questionable morals. They will stab you in the back quickly. They will, because that shit don't mean anything to them, man.
I'm seeing it.
Again, I'm not talking about all pigs. There's obviously a percentage who are very loyal because numerology supersedes astrology. But overall, these are not loyal people. They will stab you in the fucking back the first chance they get. And the thing is, they do not actually return favors. So if you look out for a pig, that doesn't mean a pig's gonna look back out for you. It's always a one-way street with these guys, man. No matter what you do for them. And the thing is, they're very, very sexually liberal. So what that means is high body counts for women. And again, the men, if you whores out there are listening, remember the men, they don't care if you have a high body count, aka Logan Paul. You understand what I'm saying? He doesn't care if his girl has a high body count. And by the way, did you see Logan Paul out there marching with these people?
On their
marching
behalf?
with this? Again, he just turned on Donald Trump and the MAGA movement. Again, pigs ain't loyal.
Yeah. Listen, I
not.
don't think Ashton Hall's a bad guy. I just think that this is a bad look because, again, this is where you're here to shine. Make connections. Don't fuck up the bag. And, of course, this isn't fucking up the bag, but it's fucking up the image for you getting a bigger bag. So we'll play it real quick. So here's the actual captions here. Ashton Hall, why are you leaving, bro? Speed says, I won 3 times. You're scared because all your image and those Instagram clips is over. You're slow, my boy. Ashton Hall says, why are you leaving then? Speed said again, because I beat you 3 times. It's getting crazy right now. Let's play it.
delusional.
What's everybody
You scared
saying?
because all your images over with.
What's everybody saying?
All his Instagram images over.
Cooked.
He not fast. You lost 3 times to me.
Come on.
You slow, my boy.
Why are you leaving?
Take
if
your
you're
L.
faster than me, why are you
Because I
leaving?
beat you 3 times.
No, you didn't.
Delusional.
What's everybody
You scared
saying?
because all your images over with.
What's everybody saying?
All his
He's a good shit talker.
he didn't like
he's
that.
He's a very, very skilled shit talker. And again, 11s tend to be very emotional and very charismatic. I show speed as both.
Well, remember his streams. He has to like talk to his audience a lot. So he has like, a lot of practice too.
Yeah.
So
He's
pretty
good.
Pretty good. And then what's the next one? Oh, here we go. The 4th time in a race.
Oh, he told him to delete his down. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's tough. There we go.
Shit.
Go. Bye.
clear.
Okay. Again,
He's like that much quicker than them. I mean,
but
really?
Okay, right
That's
then,
4th time,
we
too,
can
though.
see he won clearly.
Yeah, of course.
But okay, Ashton Hall is obviously bigger, more muscle mass.
Yeah.
Speed is a lot lighter. Ashton's also older. Speed's younger. So I mean, there are some comparables that are not really like fit to make it work. But I mean, Speed did win, regardless.
I think the main problem is that if Ashton went in here as a friendly battle, all that would be on the table. But he came in saying, you know, regardless of all that, I'm going to smoke you. That's what gives him a problem that people would have gave him a pass. Like, okay, you about 30.
Runners don't have that type of body.
yeah.
Runners have Speed's body, lean. This guy is big, bulky. He should be a fullback. Okay, like different things for different people. He's not. His body's not meant to run that fast.
Yeah.
This is on an 11 day.
Yeah,
Clear-
you're starting to see. You're starting to see it, bro. This was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And speed is
Yeah.
what?
So it's the 11.
Play.
Speed's an 11.
That's crazy.
So
This
again,
nigga was stacked against him.
Again, think of all the things numerology and astrology. There was 4 speed, 11 on an 11 day. Numerology.
Yeah.
We have a monkey who's born in the monkey year. I show speed.
Yeah.
And in a monkey city in a monkey nation.
Yeah.
And this guy's in his enemy year. Everything's
That's
stacked against
fucking
him.
Hey man,
nuts.
W monkeys, bro.
Yeah, monkeys are up, bro. That shit's
Hey, we
crazy,
up, man.
bro.
We up, man.
Yeah, that shit's
I mean,
crazy.
the sign, not the person. Okay, just saying. All right, cool.
Yeah, man, that's wild.
Bye. Delete your Instagram. Bye, dude.
I got it, no doubt.
Bye. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Embarrassing, bro. I'm not even gonna say nothing to you, bro. Take your L. Take your L, G. You see that? You see that? That's the speedway. Tell him to get the fuck out of here. Anywhere before me again. Tell him to stop playing with me, bro. Speed game. Bye. Go.
So charismatic.
I've never
Bro.
seen him like that, bro. I
But
swear.
see, that's a humble brag, so to speak. Because listen, he raced him again the 4th time and said, you know what? All right, nigga, it's over with. I gave you a chance. You didn't win.
There's nothing humble about speed, bro.
Well, I mean, he won though, bro.
No, hey, I be talking way worse shit. So yeah, no doubt.
All right, what's the next one? Here we go. So Ashton Hall speaks after losing to Aisha Speed 4 times straight. I'm betting Speed won fair and square. He said, I got caught in the sauce. All right, bro.
You win some, you lose some, bro. You get what I'm saying? So he beat me fair and square, he did. And I did ask to run it back. That's what I'm always gonna do, run it back. Like we can go. And turns out, bro, beat me clearly 4 times fair and square. First time I slipped. Second time he clearly beat me. And I said, bro, run it back. And he ran it back. The 3rd time it was a tie, everybody was saying. That's what everyone was saying. You get what I'm saying? The fact that he beat me the 4th time, nah, bro, won.
Yeah.
I'm a challenge. I got I'm at.
Even IRL knows he's
Taking many L's.
Even though the IRO knows he's
A lot of
capping.
them.
He's
Tons
capping,
of
bro.
wins, tons of losses. And the losses has always gotten me to where I want to be, legit.
Okay, stop
That's all I
coping.
do is go back at it and I keep training. You know what I'm saying? In this case, it's a race.
Yep.
In this case, I'm not competing to be the world's
Enemy
fastest
year,
man.
kid.
But I train, bro. So, you know, I got caught in the sauce. You get what I'm saying?
This is some feminine behavior. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah.
Why not? Why, if this was me. Yo, he beat me. I gotta get better. I fucked up. That's me. If I'm in that position, bro, he beat me. He's better than me. I need to work harder to get better than him. That's what it comes down to. Instead, oh yeah, well, you know, I almost had him in the 3rd race. It was a tie. Everyone saw it, so you know, I thought I could do it. Shut the fuck up, bro. Take your L, and that's it.
No, Gary, Respectfully, he got lost in the sauce. That's all.
Yeah, of course.
This the worst video to me, bro.
All right, so he unfollowed Speed as well. There we go.
What?
This the worst one.
Oh, feminine behavior.
Let's see what he says.
Why did I all right, let me address this, bro. Why did I unfollow him after the stream? Let me address this. I didn't unfollow him after the stream, right? For me, I'm very logical. I follow Speed now for like maybe a year or so, right? Right when we call each other out, right when it became a thing, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I knew in my head, I'm like, okay, we're actually for sure gonna race, right? So I'm drawing up the story. I'm a director. I love this, bro. This is what I do. Like, in another life, there's no other life. Right?
That's this suspect behavior.
I could see myself being like a film director. I like that job. I like to direct. So for me, I'm like, yo, it needs to look like there's smoke. I need to draw the story. I'm not gonna follow this dude. We're not friends. Because if I follow him, it looks friendly. Even people in the chat were saying, yo, this is staged, bro. You guys are really, like, you guys are just staging the fight. Like, I mean, you guys are just staging the race. So in my head, I'm like, it doesn't look right. I'm following him. Let me just unfollow. That was a week ago. I unfollowed him. I didn't unfollow him after
I don't believe it, bro.
That would be weird. That would be like embarrassing.
Yeah, and this isn't embarrassing. This isn't, bro. Stop capping, man. This is some feminine ass behavior, and now we understand that morning routine. It all makes sense now.
Let's say this is true. Follow him after then. Follow him back after.
Yeah.
The race is done. He lost the race. Hold the L. Follow him back. But again, this is what people do to cope with your losses, bro. 100%, bro.
I don't
because it looks
believe it.
bad.
Yeah, I don't believe it, bro. I feel like it was before. I mean, I feel like it was right after.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't even looking at the camera when addressing it, for one. That's a bad sign.
There you go.
And the other thing is, bro, no one knew you unfollowed him. So you didn't put any promo on, I unfollowed Speed, or, you know, when you want people to see shit as a creator, you know how to get it in front of them. You're not, come on, bro. If
Good
no one
point.
ain't reported, he would have seen as a creator, damn, no one ain't, you know how you throw stuff out there. Okay, that ain't catch. Let me see if I can do something else to get people to notice that I unfollowed.
Hey guys, I'm gonna unfollow Speed. Boom, done.
It did.
Documented, but nothing happened. So, Antonio Brown, bro, holy smokes!
Oh, man.
You got this one, Dom?
I got it. All right. Antonio Brown is wanted by the authorities in Miami-Dade County on attempted murder charges in connection to the shooting at Aiden Ross's boxing event in May. Myron actually said that was going to happen.
Yes, he did.
He said that was going to happen.
I guess my is Nostradamus now.
So listen, I've been around with Antonio Brown a couple times. He's a cool guy, but I would wager he's not always all the way there. Sometimes I'm wondering, like, nigga, are you good? But you know, he says he's good.
Tom Brady was wondering the same thing.
And I think with Antonio Brown, bro, he is aware what he's doing sometimes. But when he gets irate or to a certain level, he just goes black and just goes off. Now, mind you, he's like a cool guy, but also finesse right thing. And this is nothing new to me. I feel like with Antonio Brown, bro, he gets away with a lot of shit, and it's fine because he's AB. But if he was the regular person, he'd be in jail right now, bro, for sure. So I'm not surprised about.
He's running somewhere right now. They're probably looking for his ass.
Can't find him.
They'll find him eventually, bro.
That shit sucks.
They'll find him because, you know, he's probably going to need money. He'll take some money out of his account. All of a sudden, they'll pin him where the fuck he is. They'll get him. This is a high-profile case. So when it comes down to it, the district attorney wants to prosecute guys like this because he gets the name, get a name for himself. Maybe he'll be known as the guy who takes him down. And if that happens, he gets some maybe political ambitions. No matter where you are in life, man, whether you're an influencer, a district attorney, you're always trying to get to the next level.
Yes.
And this is a jackpot for somebody.
It's
so
very
a district attorney right now, yo, he's licking his chops.
Literally, he's telling the truth. Look, Kamala Harris, she did the same thing with Tookie Williams, who was the leader of the Crips. And then you have DA Fannie Willis did the same thing with Donald Trump. They said she was aspiring to run for Senate after that if it went through. So they have a long-term plan. It don't look good for AB, and it also seems like people that constantly get away with stuff, they get more comfortable with being untouchable. And it's inevitable for them to have some type of consequence they have to deal with. And it looks like it's unfortunately where he at.
Well, we're going to go to the super chats. And if you want a super chat, it's 98 or above. Let me make this clear. This is going to be a shorter show. Right after we get done with this, we're going to get to the topic everyone in the world is talking about. And,
Yes.
you know, like I literally came in today and I actually prepped.
Yeah.
I don't prep, bro.
That
Isn't
is
that crazy?
That
I
is
came
crazy.
in today and I prepped. I got a Mexican flag because I was about to do some vile shit to this flag, okay?
Thank God it changed.
I really was.
so
I
it was
really
a
was. So 5-6 hours ago, this
Yo,
is all I was
that's a sign.
thinking about.
I'm actually-
what am I
That's a
actually
sign.
gonna do with this to exercise my First Amendment right to love the United States of America and say fuck you to everyone else? And
That's a
then
sign.
Benjamin Netanyahu decided to take unilateral action. Wow.
I promise you, bro. I thank God that changed. But I will say this though. I will say this. Isn't it funny how fast things change in media? Like 1 minute it's hot, next minute it's gone by the next news big cycle. So it's crazy, bro.
All right, let's get to the readings.
All right, first one up. Isn't there one before that? No. Cool. All right, so Obscure says, my birthday is June 2nd, 97. His partner is March 11th, 96. Any info?
Okay, where are those? Okay, I see it.
So,
All right, that's June 2nd, 1997.
Yes.
Okay, and is that the man or the woman?
so his birthday, which is the man, is the June, and then the partner is the March.
Okay, so when looking at your birthday, you are a 7 life path, which means you're intellectual. So what does 7 get along with? The 7 gets along with best with the 11. Your partner is 3/11, 1996. That would be someone that you would honestly have a decent bond with. Quite frankly, the strongest bond is you're a rat and, you're an ox and she's a rat, bro. That's a soulmate combination. As a matter of fact, there was a family that had 2 presidents in their lineage and a couple of governors. And that was the Bush family. And Barbara and George Bush were oxes and rats. So that power couple right there created a very, very strong family. I call rats and oxes the only soulmate combination. So I would say this is a very, very good. Yeah, I like it. I like it, man. The numerology is good. The astrology is good. And quite frankly, I probably give this a 9, maybe 9.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Good relationship, man. Let's
That's
see
a rare
anything
one.
else.
Yeah, it's funny. First time I heard him say that, like, really good. Also, I trade crypto, made good money last year. This year's been rocky, but I expected more. And I just accepted a low 6-figure job for stability. I love trading. Is that my way to 7 figures?
He said a low 6-figure job
good
for
mindset.
stability. Yo, bro,
Good mindset.
do you understand? Unless you're living in Miami or like New York City, 6 figures is good money.
It is.
You know, in Cleveland, Ohio, Milwaukee, St. Louis, any of those shit-ass towns, you're rich with 100.
king.
You know, so I understand what you're trying to say, but you're in the 8-year cycle, bro.
Oh, that's good.
You should actually try to do things on the side. In 8 years, I try to take chances, especially if your 8-year cycle is in your friendly energy, because this your oxen, this is snake year. So say your 8-year was in your enemy sign. Well, probably not a good time to push. Maybe you should probably try to do something, but don't go too hard. But bro, I'm looking at you. Everything's looking good. So don't rely on crypto, bro. Do not rely on crypto because it's not going to be there next year. I've called every crypto crash of significance in the past 8 years. The 2018 crash, the 2022 crash. I literally saved GG33 over $100 million by calling that and telling everyone to sell it before 2022 hits. I'm telling you right now, 2026, bye Bitcoin, bye cryptocurrency. You're looking at not 50, not 60, but possible 80 to 90% losses. You really want a piece of that?
Enemy years.
Enemy year. It is what it is, man.
You know how I know it's bad? He went to the convention for Bitcoin and said, it's going to go down next year. I'm like, yo, do I know this nigga? No.
No.
I'm trading everything by November.
Yo. I know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
so I'm going to put it out there. And maybe eventually I'll get my due credit like I did with Elon Musk and Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That's literally one of the biggest events this year.
Yes.
And I did not get my due credit, even though I said it over and over. But say I was wrong? Yo, fraud. Yo,
you're so
Jew.
right.
Yo, this. Shut the fuck up. I keep hitting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. All right, we got Divine Truths 2 up next. Here we go. Born on February 6, 91 at 7:55 p.m., 28/1 Lifepath, horse by a couple of days. What date should I open up my company next year? Also, when is my enemy year? So he's born.
Your enemy year is going to be a rat year. You know, I just talked to someone who's a horse, and they got in a car accident in 2008 and in 2020.
Damn, both of them.
Both their enemy years, and they're telling me this stuff. They're probably watching the show right now. And I'm telling you, this type of stuff happens all the time. So obviously, you know, your next enemy year, because you're a horse, is 2032.
You got a while.
So you got a while. You got a while. But let me tell you, shit comes. So one way or another, that shit comes, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is the way I want people to understand how enemy years work. Say there's 12 cars speeding down the street, and there's one cop. Oh, he's going to pull the guy in his enemy year over. And every one in their enemy year is taking one for the team. Because next year it's going to be someone else. It's a fair system.
Yeah.
It really is a fair system because it doesn't matter if you believe in this stuff or not. It doesn't matter if you're a Jew, Christian, or Muslim. It doesn't matter where you live, what your skin color is, what your sex is. You will be punished and you will prosper based off this system.
Man, what's funny, Gary, when you get locked into the system, you find yourself cheering for the Zodiacs as if they mascots. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm so happy the snake getting on the pigs. Like,
100%.
you actually feels like a mascot, man.
You got to know what to look for. And you guys ask why we see sunglasses. Why we always wear sunglasses. We're seeing through the matrix, bro. I'm giving you the tools. Yeah. I am actually doing what Neon should have learned. Because I'm not doing, okay? I'm actually teaching you knowledge. I'm giving you real game. Actually, let's go back to her. He wanted to know exactly when the best year. All right, talk about something for about 30 seconds while I do the calculations.
Yeah, so Dom, when did you find numerology yourself?
Probably around 15 years old, around that time, but it was nothing like this. Never nothing like this. It was a little bit different. The numerology I was studying, like angel numbers, the things, seeing trends, 444, 222.
But how'd you know it was like real?
I don't know. It might actually be in my birthday. It might be in my numbers because one thing I found out, like I see with the Circa, I don't really like to do content, but I see he's like really occult focused, and I know he's on the 23rd. I don't know if that plays it, but I've always been addicted to the occult. Like the first ring I ever bought was a Freemason ring in the middle of a mall when I was like 13 years old. Didn't know what it was, so I don't know. It's just something I've always been attracted to.
All right, let's go back to that person. 6/28, 2026 will be the best day for you to start a business next year. So there you go. And by the way, people are like, oh, he paid $100 for that. Man, people pay me $5,000 for that. Facts. All right, I'm the one getting shortchanged. Okay, so let me be clear. Don't think these people are doing me a favor. Like, oh my God, I charge $1,000 to $2,800, sometimes to $5,000 to do readings. Yeah, this is their only chance to talk to me because for it's loose change. It is what it is. And people out there saying, oh my God, look what he's doing. What a fraud, bro. This is charity for me. This is literally charity for me.
Facts. Yeah. Also, when is his enemy year?
All right, 2032.
All right.
Next.
Joseph Turner, December 23rd, 1982, May 28th at 9:30. I was supposed to have the 45-minute call. Not sure what happened. I'd like to fix it.
Okay, where's Nobel at?
I think he left to come back.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. How's the system? So Nobel is going to give you an email. How's he going to post it?
The problem here is that, like,
I don't know how to get to these people. I don't know how to talk to them.
You guys, we give you the email. You never hit up the email.
It's crazy.
That's a problem. So, Joseph, comment and reply to this super chat how you can, because we don't know how to reach you, bro.
We don't know how to reach you, bro.
That's the issue.
So comment down there how I can reach you, and then I will reach out to you. That's the best way to do it. I don't know how else to do it.
So we're going to put the actual email in that comment reply, and then just send your email with a receipt of you sending super chat, and we got you. But until then, we won't know it's you until you respond.
All right, let's go to his birthday. Let's give him the reading he paid for. Right. So we explained how to do it, so I don't know what else to tell you.
Again, the email is going to be there, the super chat comment. Just respond to that email with a receipt of the super chat, and we got you guys. Also, it's December 23rd, 1982.
Yeah, he's a 28 life path, obviously. Listen, 28 life paths who are dogs and born on the 23rd, like my man over here, man, they can't live a boring life. They just can't do it. You got to have constant stimulation. And it's not always intellectual stimulation, is it?
Not at all.
But my advice to you, my friend, is don't get married. Probably not a good thing for you. Yeah. Especially, I'm not talking to you, bro. You should get married. This guy shouldn't. It is what it is. Listen, respond to the email they put in there. Go through the directions. I promise I'll give you a call.
Also, to get a reading, you can hit up either my donation or Gary's as well. We should put a link in the chat bills for them to get a reading. Also, yeah, that's it for him.
Yeah, and if you guys actually want a reading from one of my students who charge like $233, add up to 8 instead of paying me $998 to $2,800, just go to GG33 readings, man.
There you go.
That's a good way to reach out to my students. They'll give you in-depth 45 minutes reading. I gave 3 of these things today, man. You guys think I just play around all day and gamble, which I do, but and go for the Panthers, man. But at the end of the day, I got to tell you guys, man. I do readings all day. I've literally done about like 38,000 readings in my life.
Damn, that's a lot, man.
That's a lot. Why do you think I'm so good at this, man? It's just like wax on, wax off, man. I got everything memorized, and other people don't even know what to look for, and I got it memorized.
That's literally more advice than some priest give.
Yeah.
Really. It's crazy.
I'm not a fraud, man.
Well, the riches are in the niches, so there you go.
No, they catch that.
Yeah. Eric, January 22nd, 02. Man, should I start my business this year or the next year?
Okay.
So he's January 22nd.
Go in the Cube app and see if he is a dragon or a cat. Let me talk about you being born on the 22nd. See, the 22nd is a very special number because sometimes 22nds can't do it themselves, but what they do is they can build up other people, man. I mean, we know 22nds who have helped build people's careers. That's what 22s do. People who are 22s are called master builders, from the guy who started this country, George Washington, to some of the better athletes out there, man. It's always with 22s, but they like to build up other teams. They like to build up other people. That is one of their greatest gifts. What is it? Okay, so he's a snake. Got it. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure if you were a snake or basically a horse, because that makes a big freaking difference. Snake is wisdom. Horse is hard work. So here's the thing. You're going to be rich, bro, but it's not going to happen right now. Make sure you're not playing too many games with the girls, man, because we know what you're capable of. Make sure you get to the 30s, and then you have a nice little solid family bond. Quite frankly, money's going to be good, but you can't be too sensitive, bro, because you're one of those guys who has 2 energy and snake energy. And let me tell you what happens. You're sensitive by nature, and snakes are very vindictive. So you're going to let the littlest things piss you off, and you're going to be extremely vindictive, man. You don't want to be in that mindset. Like, I'm a vindictive dude, but I only save it for a few people. Like, you got to, like, really break some barrier for me to actually start hexing and doing shit like that, bro. We're talking about real fucking barriers. The little stuff, I've learned to let go, man. I really have, man. And believe me, it was tough, man.
Wait, didn't you hex Aiden Ross?
No, that's been released.
Oh, shit.
How many have you done? I've hexed before. I don't think I've ever seen a stream. I've hexed one person.
Less than 10.
Wait,
Less than
are you Haitian?
No, I'm not Haitian. I'm actually just American, but I've studied like everything.
Let me tell people what actual hex is, okay? Think of it as like a mountain, okay? And if that mountain is extremely clean, like there's nothing to grab onto, that means you have no bad karma. If you have no bad karma attached, no one in the world can hex you. You literally have to have bad karma attached. So imagine a mountain and you have little crevices in it, and those are like your bad karma. Someone has like a grappling hook, and they can attach something to that. But if you don't have any bad karma, you can't attach anything to it. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, if you are a good person, no one can fuck you. And that's why these Christians keep saying, oh, no one can touch me. I'm not unhexable. No, bro, that's only if you're not a sinner.
Yeah,
If you're a sinner, you can be hexed. Only people who are not sinners cannot be hexed.
it's similar to cooking. You need
But
certain
aren't we all
ingredients.
sinners, though?
Exactly. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Everyone's a sinner. So everyone can be touched to a point. Anyways, going back to you, my friend. Don't let the broads mess you up. You're going to have that bag. When you should open your business, let's go with... No, we can't do that.
He's 02.
Let's go with July 28th this year. July, nah, I can't do that either. Fuck. See, this is what I do when I do math in my head, man. I'm looking at different variables, different calculations. Best day, let's go with
Is always
I might go with December 28th,
28th?
2025 as the absolute best. The other dates were good, but there was something wrong with it. So I would go with December 28th because as someone who's, has actually, I can't even say that. That's for GG33. But that's a good day. That's a good date. That's an extremely good date.
All right. And then Dev CEO, 10/14/03. Tell me something I wouldn't know. I studied numerology for 2+ years. Never had a boss. Met my previous reincarnation / twin flame on 8/16/01 during both of our 5 PY years. Are we compatible, or did we meet so I can teach her a karmic lesson? And same polarity between us.
Well, you're an 11 life path, man. You're here to teach a lot of people karmic lessons, including yourself. There's a lot of 11s who know they're more spiritual, know they're older souls, and they talk like this. Like I've seen a lot of 11s talk like this. And the thing is, you are older souls when it comes to the 1 through 9. So that might be true of this person right here. But you're like a baby when it comes to master numbers. The 11s are the most likely master number. There's a lot of 11s out there. Not that many 22s and definitely not that many 23s. And there's not that many 23s coming in existence. So it's going to be a dark place in the world when you start running into dates where you can't have 33s anymore. And that's already happening. So when it comes down to it, my friend, yes, you are an old soul. Yes, a lot of people will come to you for guidance. But, they might be teaching you more than you're teaching them just based on how you're reacting with them. What you're here to learn? Sexuality, my friend.
Wow.
That's what you got the 2003, which is a 5. You have the goat energy. You have a 14 right there. So what are you here to learn? You're here how to control your sexuality, my friend. That's what you're here to learn, man. It's everything that you learn across this plane right now, not only on a spiritual level, but you have to learn how to balance the spiritual, not just the material, but the sexual, my friend. Yeah, I see your birthday. I know you've had a lot of fun. So maybe it's not about bagging. Maybe it's about finding someone who is a real twin flame, because that one ain't it, bro.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Sorry, man. No. Go back. I'm not trying to insult that guy, but I mean, I'm just going to give you one clue. It happened on 9/11. So you can figure it out the rest, my friend.
Damn. All right. Aqua Moon is 10/24/93. Female with a man 8/22/85.
All right, we got an 11 and we got an 8. Yeah, it'll work as long as the man's got a bag. It'll work. It'll work.
It's a good match.
Yeah, I mean, we got a rooster and an ox, so the Chinese astrology is good. We got people who are both master numbers. The female most likely is more loyal than most. She's sexual enough to basically please the ox. Yeah, I think this is a win, man. I got no issues with this, man. Because you got like a Scorpio over there, and Scorpios like to dominate. So and you have an ox on the other side, and oxes don't really put up with that shit. So that might be the only, if they can sexually find a way to please each other, because she gets bored.
Okay.
But she loves your body, bro. So good job.
And then
he's laughing his ass off, by the way, because he knew what that meant.
yeah, he knows.
Okay. And by the way, the world's almost at war. People want to hear about numerology and astrology. Tells you everything you need to know, bro.
Without fail. Without fail. Cold Racks. 08/11/2002. Like, what should I do next year?
Okay, go back to which one?
He sent 2 actually, but this one's the last one he sent for 98.
8/11/2002.
Yes. He also know what I should do next year.
Travel. That's what I would do. A lot of times horses find themselves by traveling. You're also a 5. You can't be in one place for too long, man. You don't like rules and regulations, man. See, a guy like this would be happy in the countryside, just chilling off the land, bro. This is a very, very simple guy.
No luxury.
No, he doesn't need that shit, bro. He just wants to be left alone, man. And quite frankly, That's when you're at your physical, mental best, man. When you're out there just traveling and in your own thoughts, man. That's how horses have to be, especially 5s, man. Now, you're an 11. You definitely need to look for the spirituality. But let me tell you something, man. You look like you could be a spiritual leader in the future. Just go through your journeys early in life, and the karmic responsibility of going out to others will catch up. Promise.
Wow.
Have your fun now.
So he said,
Woo! This guy's going to be different in his 2030s.
yeah.
My God, this guy's going to be different, man. I hope you run into me one day in about 10 decades and tell me what happened.
Oh, damn. I haven't heard him reading like that.
10 decades? What
No, in a decade.
Oh, a decade.
10 years.
Well, say it again. All right. We had one before that was up, I believe. He sent another chat. He said, no, he said, okay, I don't know what that was,
He
brother.
done sent an ass.
2391. I don't know.
I mean, 1991. That's a 7 life path. Obviously, someone who's intelligent. But unlike most 7s, this is a good combination for a 7s because 7s lack that ability to talk, that ability to articulate themselves. But people who are 3s don't. So this is why it's a good combination when someone has that 7 and the 3 because they're a teacher. They're someone who's smart who can actually explain themselves. Plus, this guy's a goat, so he's good with the ladies. Oh, he might be a horse. Can you see which one that is on the Q app? I'm not sure because I can't memorize that, bro. I'm not a computer.
Yeah.
And this is why you need the Q app. This is why I need the Q app. So I can know exactly what year that is. That's right on the cusp. That could be a goat or a horse. I don't know. I can't remember. So it is what it is. But
Bro, you still know a lot of this stuff, bro.
horse, outstanding. So again, we have another person who's a 7 horse. You're going to be a loner, bro. You're going to be a loner. You're going to have fun with the ladies when you need them. But you're definitely going to be a loner in life. The thing is, you're good with people. You're so good with people, but you just don't want to be around them. It's a catch-22, bro. Like, imagine you're really good at something, but you just don't want to do it. Like a lot of these prostitutes out there, man. It is what it is. I'm not saying you're one, but I'm just giving the analogy, man. Quite frankly, find somewhere to network, find somewhere to do sales half your life, and just travel half your life and be in your own thoughts, bro. Watch out with the ladies. I know you're going to have a lot of fun.
All right. And then last couple here down below.
Let's go to a Q commercial first. Yeah, let's
Okay.
go.
Commercial break,
Yeah.
and we'll come back. All right, guys, commercial break, and we'll be back in a little bit.
And we're back, and thank you for the Q app for sponsoring the show, the best numerology and astrology app ever made. Let me tell you something. You guys might be able to reach me a couple of times a day, you know what I'm saying, but maybe a couple hours. But the Q app you always have in your hands. So, anyways, let's go to the next one.
WQ app. Sven 7 or 7. How do you say that? SVN Sven.
Yeah, I don't
All right,
know.
cool.
Sven.
What's up, Gary, Fresh, and Dom? I'm born February 9th, 2006, and a male. I'm Robert Gaines' client, and seeing results that are out of this world. Oh, is that Rob?
Yeah.
Okay, Rob with the numbers and trading. Where do you see me in the near future? Is being a 19/1 life path different than a 19th? And does it mean something being a prime number?
I mean, listen, I'm more focused on you being on one life path and born on the 9th. And let me tell you something. If you're in running ups class, gain 28, which every single one of us is, you're just printing money at this point. You're honestly just printing money at this point. That is the best thing you could do. You're in an 11-year cycle. It's a life-changing year for most people. In my 11 year, I discovered numerology and astrology. That obviously changed not only my life, but all of yours as well. So 11 years happen, and let's not forget, Donald Trump's birthday is 6/14. The American military's birthday is 6/14, and those two are about to be in an 11-year cycle. Yeah. I think people can start connecting the dots after Israel attacked Iran today on Friday the 13th. Scary. Again, it's not Friday the 13th here. It's Friday the 13th over there. And by the way, when was the last time Iran attacked Israel? April 13th, 2024. You're starting to see a pattern.
Wow.
This happens over and over. And you guys keep reading your Qurans and keep reading your Torahs and your Bibles when the numbers are right in front of you.
Hey, man, the Bible is amazing. All right.
Anyways, going back to you got to be aggressive in the life to make it, man. Yeah, I know you're a rebel because you're born with an Aquarius energy. And by the way, Aquarius is of an edge right now, more than any other sign, because it's the age of Aquarius. It's not Pisces. Don't let these people lie to you. The age of Pisces ended on 9/11/2021. Excuse me, 2001. The Aquarius, the sign, is the 11th sign. The Twin Towers look like an 11. That marked the age of Aquarius when the Twin Towers went down. Follow the 11. It is what it is. For you, my friend, I would say someone who needs to be honestly, it's going to be women, man. I hate telling these guys this stuff, but I keep looking at their birthday, and that's going to be the major thing. Honestly, you're going to be a very rich man, so you can thank Rob and indirectly thank me for teaching him what I did. So again, money's going to be fine. Just make sure you find a place for family as well. Money's not going to be an issue with this guy, man, at all. As a 19 life path, I'm not too worried about your health. As someone born on the 19th, I'm very worried about the health. It is not the same. All right, who's next?
We got up next, Korax again.
Hold on.
Yeah, so Korax is definitely supporting. What happened, Bills? What? Bills, what's going on, bro? Yo, is Bills good?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yo, are we good? What's happening right now?
Shit.
All right, what's the next birthday?
Yo, Bills. I missed. Hold on, I missed.
We got a podcast within a podcast, bro.
Yeah, good job, Gary.
We got a podcast within a podcast, bro.
Go to the quarterback.
You know, I can say this. I don't need any more toilet paper. I'm good.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'll leave that one alone. Korax again. 22 October 95. Bad year so far. How's my future?
I mean, this year ain't gonna be good. We just had a addition of, the so-called real fast man getting burned by ISO Speed. He's born in the pig year. Wes Watson born in the pig year. Meg the Stallion born in the pig year. Hooters, the company founded in the pig year, taking L's. A lot of pigs are taking L's right now, bro. Yeah. So it ain't gonna be good. What do you want me to tell you, man? You gotta lay low for another 7 months.
Please lay low.
Just lay low. It's not going to be your year. That is the best advice I can give you. Obviously, you still got to go out there, fucking work, do your thing, but don't take risks. Don't take chances, man. It ain't the year for it. Personally, bro, you're probably a good athlete. You're an 11 in the 22, bro. So obviously, you're not a young soul. You've been here for a while. So heed my advice. Lay low this year. After your birthday hits, you probably got about 3 more months until, the year of the snake ends, and then start traveling, start having fun. Until then, bro, just lay low. Do yourself a favor.
Yo, Gary, I just realized what you did. We can keep moving, though. We can keep moving, though. All right, Jaqui Valencia. Hey, Gary, December 6th, 1997. What would be a good name for my trucking company? Also, my girlfriend is 081301. Good combo? Question mark.
I mean, she's good for kids. She's good for kids. She's a 6 life path. She's going to take care. Yeah, she's going to take care of the kids. I think this is a solid relationship. We have a snake and an ox. Yeah, this is good, man. We have someone born in the 6th. Yeah, someone's good. Yeah, bro, this is a good relationship. I like it, man. That's nice. And you obviously have a bag and stuff like that. Sagittarius do love to be truck drivers, man. They do love to do that things. Sagittarius do best when they're on the road and stuff like that. What would be a good name for my trucking company? I'll give you an example, and you can use this for yourself. Berkshire Hathaway. Everyone knows what Berkshire Hathaway is, right?
Yep.
So Berkshire Hathaway is one of the richest companies in the world, and it has starts B and H. The B is the second letter. H is the 8th letter. So right in there, the initials BH, Berkshire Hathaway, you have 28. So I hope that helps you name your own company, my friend.
All right. We got another one here. Book of Eli. Hey, guy, my name is Elijah Rose. February 13th, 2002. I'm an MMA fighter, turning pro this year. I believe I can be the best in the world. I've been to martial arts since I was 5. Gone to numerology.
Yo, let's go! Panthers tie the game! Let's go! Okay.
Okay. I've been to martial arts since I was 5 and got into numerology because of my brother. 3/14/2006. Feel it everywhere I go. I influence people. So his birthday is February 13th.
Well, you say you want to be the best. Go to Dagestan, bro. Let them train you, man.
Like a who?
Dagestan, that's where Khabib is from.
Oh, okay.
That's where all the Muslim fighters are from in Russia. It must be something in the water, bro. Go there. Go there and get mentored by the absolute best. I can see a lot of money in your future. No doubt about it. Maybe that means you're the best of the best. I do know that horses are really good at fighting. I do know people who are Aquariuses tend to be very good at fighting. If you are an Aquarius, what I would recommend is use advantage of your legs, okay? The Aquarius runs the calf area. So what you have to do is whatever fighting style basically is complemented by having really strong calves, whether that's certain type of kicks or certain type of motions, that's what you should do. That's what you should do, in my opinion. Obviously, he's going to work hard, man. Anyone born on the 13th, they're going to work hard. This guy has energy. I think it's possible, but bro, it's not like I know what your height and weight is and stuff like that. So it's not like I can really do that. But let's go to your brother, 3/14/2006. That's a good relationship. He's I'm not sure if he's going to be an MMA fighter. He's going to have to be more of a jiu-jitsu style type of guy where you could do either one. With him, it's going to be more of a mind game. With you, it's going to be raw power and endurance because, bro, you just don't get tired. It is what it is. Now, one of the things about MMA and boxing is different because in MMA, you see certain signs take over. But in boxing, it's always snakes. Floyd, Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis. These people were snakes. But in MMA, I have noticed that sometimes it's tigers, horses, and, people who are dragons. I've seen that. John Jones is just crazy, and he's a cat. But, when it comes down to it, I believe the best fighters in the world are always going to be people who are tigers and people who are dragons. And somewhere roosters, maybe somewhere in there. But I think those would probably be the best ones.
Actually, I got an invite to his dirty boxing event this Saturday. You want to go?
Yeah, I'll still be in town.
He said, come Saturday. John Jones invited you guys personally.
John Jones, Nobel gave John Jones a reading.
Yeah, he told me. It's funny. All right, cool. We got Mugi Renaza.
See? And you guys say networking ain't anything. This guy just said, let's go to see John Jones.
Go.
You understand what I'm saying? This guy just said, let's go see John Jones, bro.
VIP. Let's go.
W.
So his birthday is January 25th, 96. What's the best year? Is it the 33 Lifepath? Oh, yeah. What's his best year?
He's a 33-6. And the reason he's a 33-6 is if you count the 25 as a 25, then it's a 51. But if you count as a 2 + 3, it's definitely a 33. So you're going to go back and forth between both vibrations. Can you look up if he's a pig or a rat? I do believe he's a pig.
On the Q app?
Go up to the Q app and always look it up and stuff like that. you're a traveling man. You're going to do best when you're always on the road and things of that nature. Quite frankly, extremely intelligent. So we have not only someone who's a 33 life path and has influence, we have someone born on the 25th. That means it's right there too. Because, you know, not all 33s are geniuses. Some of them are just very influential. Which one?
Oh, man, I'm making sure this is right. January 25th. Oh, man, he's a pig.
Yep, I figured. So again, I thought he was a pig. So understand that this ain't your year, bro. This ain't your year. Listen, you know what? This sucks because he's in an 8-year cycle. In an 8-year, you want to go hard. You want to go hard. So you know what? You're stuck in the same position as I am. The Matrix loves to fuck 33s, man. It really does. 2007, my enemy year just happened to be my 8-year cycle.
Damn.
And guess what happened? I was getting in contact with the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Indians, the Cleveland Cavaliers, bro. I was the talk of the town. Every single one failed. Every single one failed. Yes, it was a great learning experience, but at the end of the day, bro, it's not going to completely work out in your enemy year. It just isn't. It's not fair. But you know what? You get to do the same thing I'm doing. The reason I brought that up was that was 18 years ago. 18 years ago.
Wow.
And in 18 years for you, brother, you're going to be in a pig year and an 8 year.
Let's go.
So you're going to get it back, bro. Just like I'm getting it back this year. Thank you, Elon Musk, with those Tesla shorts.
There you go.
Shout out to you. By the way, put in replies your, how to contact you and stuff like that, or reach out to my guys over here. You're going to get GG33 Academy for free just because you're a 33 and you donated so much.
Wow, good stuff. So we're going to send you an email, Mugi Ranaza, in the actual super chat reply. You're going to see it right here. The small icon that says reply. Look there, you're going to see it. It says a 1 next to it now. And send an email to that email. We'll respond to it and give you what you Gary said earlier. All right. Take a little break here and then come back. Or
yeah, let's start talking. We'll come back to the super chats.
Yeah.
Listen, this is a good problem to have.
A very good problem.
Most people will never have a problem like this. Let me just say this, guys. This is serious. What is going on right now is serious.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is World War III. No. I don't think it is.
Well, to be fair, this attack that happened recently, to the magnitude of what it could be, I think it's not that bad. But to your point, is it the World War III? I don't think so either, because to be honest with you, are we getting involved in the U.S.? I don't think so. So if we're not getting involved, it ain't that serious. However, it could change in a day or two. But right now, I don't think it's that serious.
Oil prices are going to go up. The Straits of Hormuz will be shut down to a point by Iran. That is one of the plays. That means oil prices are going to go up. With the stock market is going to start crashing all over the world. How far? I don't know, but it's going to happen. Cryptocurrency and Bitcoin are not going to do well. The only thing that's going to do well as a currency right now is gold, and that might be short-lived as well. So again, this is one of those things in life where if you knew this was coming yesterday, you become a rich man. Donald Trump said the troops were getting pulled out yesterday. That was enough to tell people to short the market. If people put 2 and 2 together, they would have known to short the market. So here's what I'm trying to tell you. The people with inside information who knew this was happening shorted the market and are going to be really, really paid tomorrow, man.
Wow.
No matter, when 9/11 happened, a couple days before 9/11, someone put options on all American Airlines, United Airlines.
No way.
And guess what? Those put options got paid. So again, the FBI says they investigated and there is nothing a foul play. So, the FBI said it is what it is, but it's a coincidence that I bet you if you look real hard, you're going to find a lot of rich people around the world short of the markets.
All right. So we got a video here from Suleiman. Break in Iran, Tehran right now. Okay, this is the actual state of it. We can play it.
Targeting military infrastructure. It's not like they're targeting civilians. They're targeting military infrastructure, just like Iran's going to do in retaliation if they haven't already. I don't know why the American flag's up there. This has nothing to do with America, man. This is Israel and Iran. America did not attack them. Israel did.
Can we stay out of this one?
I would love to.
Can we just not get involved with this one and just like watch from afar? Say, listen, you guys handle that shit. We're over here.
How about this is a Arab-Israeli problem?
There you go. I like that.
What do we have to do with it? Why do black people have to fucking solve your problems?
Bro. All I want is watermelon and chicken. That's all I want. It's not problems.
It's kind of like it shows that we're in a different era because in the past, had this happened in 2002 or 2003, you would have Americans bloodthirsty begging to go to war.
There you go. There you go. The people in Twitter and Spaces don't want to hear that one. They don't want to hear that one because if this would have happened 20 years ago, we would have been setting F-15s over there. But what did Marco Rubio say? This was done unilaterally by Israel, means not by the United States. And they said they had nothing to do with it and don't attack U.S. interests. That had nothing to do with Israel.
Wow.
This is what you want the American Secretary of State to say.
Yeah.
I want Trump to come out there and say, yo, I hope there's no violence, but this has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
You started this problem, will you fix it?
There you go. Breaking, U.S. told Israel they will not participate in attack against Iran. That's actually some good news there.
I'm sure the people on Twitter will say, oh, this is just a ploy by the Zionist lapdogs. They're never happy. They're just like a woman. You could never satisfy them.
Yeah, it's always something.
All right.
Israel strikes against nuclear facilities in Iran could come Friday. This is according to Israeli military officials.
Yep.
Friday the 13th. That's crazy, bro.
So only Friday the 13th of the year, too.
Again, numerology and astrology doesn't mean anything. There's no symbolism involved here. The fact that Iran attacked the last time on the 13th means nothing. The fact that you have 13 bloodline Illuminati families means nothing. This is all coincidence. Like you have one sun and 12 signs, or one Jesus and 12 apostles, or one judge and 12 jurors. Again, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything there's a team called the 49ers. 4 and 9 is 13. It doesn't mean anything that there's a team called the 76ers. 7 and 6 means 13. That means nothing to you. Only thing you care about is a virgin had someone you can't even prove existed.
Well, they can prove he exists.
They can prove he exists,
He's been
Come on,
proven
man.
You say so.
times.
Come on, bro. They've been accustomed of him being walking the earth, doing miracles.
The Christians trying to preach.
In any case, we are correct.
I know, yeah, of course.
He did exist.
He really exists.
You might not want to admit it, but he existed. All right, what's the next one?
Matt, prove to me he exists. I'll convert right now.
Okay.
Give me evidence
They
this
are
guy
accounts
existed.
of him being seen by people back in those times.
Don't worry. Prove the people who saw him existed.
They made a tomb. Hold on, they made a tomb for him. A tomb for a fake man?
You can't prove that too was for him.
This it was for him.
Stop. They could have. They could have perpetuated
Pharisees-
this. They could have perpetuated this lie back then and put some person
For
in
that to be
school.
true,
Yo,
what's the point of believing any history? What about the history of Israel or history of anything?
hold on. There's pictures. I can see videos of that.
No,
Well, not
you
everything
can't.
in the
Not
past.
everything.
Not everything in the past.
Not everything.
I can see videos of World War II. I can see videos Hitler
But wait,
existed.
hold on. There's jars showing back in those days how it was structured and built. There's actually like artifacts
Jars.
still. Yes, the
Jar
jars.
Jar Binks.
See. No, it's right. He deflects whenever it's getting spicy. He deflects. All right, Gary. Listen, we'll end it here, but know that he was real. All right.
Yeah, man.
Hey, by the way, you can't prove your Allah's real either. So, you know what I'm saying? Not to take it out of the Christians. And by the way, you Jews can't prove any of your shit either. And you Hindus can't prove anything. And you Buddhists can't prove shit. There you go. Only one who can prove anything is numerology and astrology.
For right now, yes. All right. Breaking. Statement from U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Tonight, Israel took unilateral action against Iran. We're not involved in strikes against Iran, and our top priority is protecting American forces in the region. So he handled it pretty well. I think he spoke for the people pretty much.
Did you see any support for Israel there?
No.
Did you see anything like don't strike Israel or a strike on Israel is a strike on America like the past administration would have said?
Yeah.
You don't see any of that.
No. Yeah. I think I just don't know where this is going to end up, bro. Like, I mean, I know the end result of it, but I don't know like right now what's going to happen right now.
I wonder how long it will last.
Higher oil prices. That's what it's going to mean.
I I wonder how long it'll last is the main question.
Israel said a couple days, and Israel already ruled out nukes, which means they're not worried about Iran's retaliation capabilities.
Of course. What's that?
And again, what did Israel do today? They took out some of Iran's top generals. The same thing they did to Hezbollah. This is well planned, well orchestrated, and this shows you again why Mossad is here and the CIA and FSB and everyone else is down here. Mossad is down here. They literally took out all of the top queens and rooks on the board for the other team. So before they started playing chess, their pieces were already gone.
They're the best intelligence agency.
By far.
I'm curious though, who has survived the Mossad?
What?
Who has went against the Mossad and survived?
I don't know.
And survived against them?
Yeah.
Survived.
Low key America, but that information ain't gonna be that easy to find.
Yeah, but they tried to get
They've tried
Truman.
us a few times.
They tried to get Truman. They tried to assassinate a couple.
Yeah, they've
presidents.
tried us a few times.
Vladimir Putin said they're the only people he won't fuck with.
What,
Bro?
That's crazy.
Vladimir Putin said that. Like, the only one he's worried about is Mossad. He said that.
data, man, they have the data that they have is unreal.
Here's the thing. The CIA has assets, but they have to actually find those assets and train those assets. They have to like basically do counterintelligence to find people, turn them. Mossad is very different. There's Jews all over the world.
Yep.
In every society, there's Jews. So it's a lot easier for them to gather intelligence and sell it to the U.S. And what do you think? The U.S. gets nothing out of this relationship? They get intelligence from Mossad.
Yep, on the Middle East.
I understand America does a lot for Israel, but to say they do nothing in return, come on, bro. They're doing something. They're giving them intelligence, and obviously they think the intelligence is valuable enough because they can get into things that America can't.
Without Mossad's, and I know I might get a lot of hate for this, but the truth is, without Mossad's intelligence, we probably would have experienced more terrorist attacks because they have all eyes on the entire Middle East. Nothing can come from the Middle East to the United States without Mossad knowing, and with that same breath, without the United States knowing because they notify us.
At the same time, they're saying a lot of those are false flag attacks by the same people themselves.
I found that hard to believe that since 2001 that we haven't had one attempt with a terrorist attack.
And
that's been prevented through intelligence.
And that kind of shows me it's all bullshit because the terrorists can come through the border unchecked and they can start doing whatever they need to do. So it tells me it's more of a boogeyman thing than anything. Even if it happens once or twice, like it could happen like a million times.
Yeah, it could. It could.
That makes sense. BRICS news. Just in, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu delivered speech after attacking Iran. Moments ago, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion. Funny enough. A targeted military operation to roll back the Iranian threat to Israel's very survival. This operation will continue for as many days as it takes to remove this threat. Wow. We can play a little bit of it, yeah.
Yeah, let's play this. Stop it when I say though. I want to break this speech down.
Here we go.
This operation will continue for as many days as it takes to remove this threat. For decades, the tyrants of Tehran have brazenly, openly called for Israel's destruction. They've backed up their genocidal rhetoric with a program to develop nuclear weapons. In recent years, Iran has produced enough highly enriched uranium for 9 atom bombs. 9.
Stop that. Stop right there. There's no evidence of that. There's no evidence of that. People have to understand what nuclear bombs, you have 90% enrichment. Only a few nations on Earth can get uranium to 90%. That's what it takes for a bomb. At 60, 70, it's not enough. So again, I'm not sure if that statement's true. Keep going.
They've been saying it since 1986.
Months, Iran has taken steps that it has never taken before, steps to weaponize this enriched uranium. And if not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than a year. This is a clear and present danger to Israel's very survival. 80 years ago, the Jewish people were the victims of a Holocaust perpetrated by the Nazi regime. Today, the Jewish state refuses to be a victim of a
Stop it
nuclear
right there.
Holocaust.
Stop it right there. Notice how he justified that? He talked about what happened in the past talking about how he's going to justify doing what he does now.
For the future.
This is not the same world it was 80 years ago, my friend. The things that happened 80 years ago would not be allowed in today's society. So again, that might be a little bit of a stretch there. Keep going.
Perpetrated by the Iranian regime. Now, as Prime Minister, I've made it clear time and again, Israel will never allow those who call for our annihilation to develop the means to achieve that goal. Tonight, Israel backs those words with action. We struck at the heart of Iran's nuclear enrichment program. We struck at the heart of Iran's nuclear weaponization program. We targeted Iran's main enrichment facility in Natanz. We targeted Iran's leading nuclear scientists working on the Iranian bomb. We also struck at the heart of Iran's ballistic missile program. Last year, Iran fired 300 ballistic missiles at Israel. Each of these missiles...
Stop. They fired on April 13th, and he decides to return the favor on June 13th. Just think about that, man. Again, the only Friday the 13th of the whole year, right?
Yep.
All right. Keep going.
carries a ton of explosives and threatens the lives of hundreds of people. Soon, those missiles could carry a nuclear payload, threatening the lives not of hundreds, but of millions. Iran is gearing up to produce 10,000 of those ballistic missiles within 3 years. Now just imagine 10,000 tons of TNT landing on a country the size of New Jersey. This is an intolerable threat. It too must be stopped. Iran is now working on what it calls the new plan to destroy Israel. You see, the old plan failed. Iran and its proxies tried to encircle Israel with a ring of fire and to attack us with the horrible attack of October 7th. But the people of Israel, the soldiers of Israel, rose like lions to defend our country. We crushed Hamas, we devastated Hezbollah, we hit Iranian proxies in Syria and Yemen. And when Iran directly attacked us twice last year, we struck back inside Iran itself. Yet in defending ourselves, we also defend others. We defend our Arab neighbors. They too have suffered from Iran's campaign of chaos and carnage.
Stop right there.
Our actions against Iran's proxy...
Stop right there. That is actually true, what he is saying. Iran has attacked Saudi Arabia before, which is, in my estimate, our greatest ally, not just in the Middle East, but in the whole world. Without the Saudi Arabian regime backing the American petrodollar, we all cooked, boys. Wow. We all cooked. So what he's saying there is true. Iran is an enemy to Saudi Arabia. Iran and Jordan don't get along. And quite frankly, the Syrians just threw the Iranians and their proxies out. So he's not actually lying there. Keep going.
For the first time.
Hezbollah led to the establishment of a new government in Lebanon and the collapse of Assad's murderous regime in Syria. The peoples of those two countries now have a chance for a different future, a better future. So too do the brave people of Iran, and I have a message for them. Our fight is not with you. Our fight is with the brutal dictatorship that has oppressed you for 46 years. I believe that the day of your liberation is near.
Stop. Israel does not have the manpower.
Nope.
They do not have the manpower to do regime change. No. As a matter of fact, they don't have a manpower to take 1/10 of Iran.
None at all.
So this regime change shit, that is something only a couple countries in the world can do. Russia can do regime change, China can do regime change, and the United States of America can do regime change. You, my friend, do not have that power. Okay? Cut the games. So when he's talking to the Iranian people, this is all games. This is all bullshit, man. This is what tyrants do when they come in and they start talking about, okay, this guy's not good. I might not be better, but hell, why not? Listen, obviously the mullahs in Iran are tyrants. They're religious fundamentalists, man. We understand this. But what justification do you have to bomb? You presented absolutely no evidence of anything. This is all hearsay. This is all words. What right do you have to jeopardize American troops or your own, or for God's sake, the people in the Middle East? Haven't you done enough with Hamas, bro? Haven't you done enough? I mean, put up a map of Syria real quick.
But isn't he considered a war criminal for all these like heinous acts?
I'm not. I mean, listen, that's something you can call him. That's something you can call him, and a lot of people justify. But a lot of people say he's a freedom fighter. It depends. It depends what you're,
who's asking?
Who you're asking, bro. You ask him, an Arab, he's gonna say he's a criminal. I mean, they might be right. Yeah, let's do a map of Syria right there because I want to bring this point out. Okay. Yeah, just make it bigger. Yeah, right there. That one right there. Make it bigger.
Cool. There we go.
Okay. So if you look at the map of Syria right there, you see Iraq. Iran is over there in the picture, but you see Israel's right over there. So is Lebanon. So what happened was when Assad was in control, Hezbollah ran Syria. And what happened was the Israelis could not bomb unilaterally. Only the United States could. The Israelis could not bomb Iran because they don't have jets that can fly that far back without basically being refueled. Now, what happened was when Assad fell, all they did was they took out all the air defenses in Syria. So everything that Iran had in Syria to basically shoot down Israeli jets, now that's all neutralized. So what happens now is the Israeli jets fly all the way into Syria and they get refueled by air tankers. So now they have enough gas to reach Iran and bomb their ass. So this is all chess. And when Syria fell, the Iranians should have known this was going to come at some point. This is all chess. When Hezbollah lost Syria, you knew this was coming. They had ample time. This has been about 6-7 months.
So just long story short, this is not justified by any real, actual evidence.
Let him present the evidence.
Just hearsay.
Let him present the evidence. Let him present the evidence. If there's evidence, let's see it.
I mean, is he going to? Because
no, probably no, probably not. Let's go back to his video. See if he starts actually telling the truth.
Shit long as hell, nigga. God damn. Shit too long.
This is a big moment in history.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Keep going.
The great friendship between our two ancient peoples will flourish once again. I want to assure the civilized world, we will not let the world's most dangerous regime get the world's most dangerous weapons.
North Korea is the most dangerous
Iran
regime.
plans to give those weapons, nuclear weapons, to its terrorist proxies.
No, it doesn't.
That would make the nightmare of nuclear terrorism all too real. The increasing range of Iran's ballistic missiles would bring that nuclear nightmare to the cities of Europe and eventually to America.
Stop.
Remember.
Stop. Now that's fear tactics. I'm going to start a war with Iran, and then I'm going to say, yo, I'm doing this for you people in America and you people in Europe because eventually their bombs might hit you. Man, shut the hell up, man. America can take care of itself. Do not worry. I am not worried about Iran. If America wanted regime change in Iran, it would take 3 weeks. It would take 3 weeks to bomb the bullets and get them the hell out of there. We don't care. Here's what happens. If America commits and starts taking out Iran, we're going to probably commit about 30 to 35% of our forces. Some troops are going to be lost. Some equipment's going to be lost. No matter how easily we can do it, it's still going to cost us blood. It's still going to cost us treasure. China's going to love that. China's going to love that. While we're busy with Iran, all of a sudden they can go in there and take Taiwan. I'm sorry. Taiwan is more important than Israel at this point, bro.
That would lead to world war because it would be 3 major nations fighting at once.
Yeah, we can't have that, bro. So again, all this stuff he says about America, Donald Trump hasn't confirmed any of this stuff. As a matter of fact, last time Donald Trump and him saw each other, he kicked him out the White House, says, I'm not going to give you any less on tariffs. So again, he does not speak for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Donald Trump speaks for Donald Trump. Keep going.
True.
Iran calls Israel the small Satan. It calls America the great Satan.
True.
And this is why for decades, it's led millions in the chance of death to Israel and death to America.
Because America supports you.
Today, Israel is responding to those genocidal calls with action and with a call of our own. Long live Israel and long live America.
Stop.
Our action will help.
That there sounded like long live something else for a second, bro. Are you gonna extend your arm like Kanye too?
I just wonder. So he's saying long live Israel and America. Why not just leave us out of this?
No, you can't win without us, bro.
That's what I said.
You know, imagine you have a little brother, and your little brother starts fucking hitting someone, and then he's hoping if he gets beat up, big brother's gonna come save him.
Got it.
That's what's going on. You agree, Dom?
Yeah, that's why I said he'll get impeached if Donald Trump doesn't help. I think that this will be his last move. I could see them moving to impeach him if he can't get the aid of the United States, because he would have gotten this country in a war. They just long-term can't win. There's only 9 million of them. There's 90 million people in Iran. 90 million in total. I mean, a war is about a marathon.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you know, the thing about them is they have protection. It was Syria and Jordan and Lebanon all being like right by him, and like Iran can't get to him quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, honestly, if the Iranians start, you know, trying to do a ground invasion, I think the Jordanese would help them. Seriously,
If they did ground, they'd have a better chance.
that ground
Do sheer
invasion would get
numbers.
destroyed. They would never let that happen. Anyways, keep going.
Help make the world a much safer place.
Says
I want
you.
to thank President Trump for his leadership in confronting Iran's nuclear weapons program. He has made clear time and again that Iran cannot have a nuclear enrichment program. Today, it is clear that Iran is just buying for time. It refuses to agree to this basic
Okay, stop that.
requirement
Stop that.
of peace.
Donald Trump didn't make any statements. This man's not like, you know, this guy's clout chasing, basically.
Yeah.
You know how you would drop someone's name and because you want some attention? This is what he's doing, man. Donald Trump's got nothing to do with this. He just sent out his Secretary of State Rubio and says, we have nothing to do with this. Bro, do not drag Donald Trump's name into this, man.
Yeah.
Get Donald Trump's fucking name out your goddamn mouth. This was your operation. You did this by yourself. You didn't tell Donald Trump. You didn't ask for his opinion on this. He would have told you no. But you did it. You know how you know he would have told him no? Because Donald Trump doesn't want the stock market down.
Yeah.
This is going to force the stock market and Bitcoin to go down. He doesn't want that.
Yeah.
So this guy's going against Trump. Why should Trump help you? Keep going, man.
Peaceful nations. That is why we have no choice but to act, and act now. The hardest decision any leader has to make is to thwart a danger before it is fully
He's made
materialized.
decisions so many times.
Nearly a century ago, facing the Nazis, a
Again.
generation of leaders failed to act in time. They were paralyzed by the horrors of World War I. They were determined to avoid war at all costs, and they got the worst war ever. They adopted a policy of appeasement. They closed their eyes and ears to all the warning signs. That failure to act resulted in World War II, the deadliest war in history. It claimed the lives of 60 million, including 6 million Jews, a third of my people.
Stop there. Stop there. Stop there.
That's cap.
Stop there.
That's all.
You notice how he said 60 million and then he said 66. 6 million, 6. There's a reason they keep saying the number 6, man. He went from 60 million to 6 million. This is not a coincidence. He knows exactly what he's saying, and that is basically code talk to other people who understand what they're trying to say.
Yeah, I always said that elites know how to talk to 4 people at once. They know how to talk to the people that's in their coat, know how to talk to the general public, the politicians, celebrities, etc. It's a real talent. You can speak to multiple people in one room, depending on what you say.
Wow.
100%.
Code numbers.
Let's keep going.
After that war, the Jewish people and the Jewish state vowed never again. Well, never again is now. Today, Israel has shown that we have learned the lessons of history. When enemies vow to destroy you, believe them. When enemies build weapons of mass death, stop them. As the Bible teaches us.
Stop
Someone
it right
comes
there.
to-
Why is this guy bringing up the Bible? He's Jewish. That's a Torah, right? Why is he bringing up the Bible?
Because the
Because he
message is
wants
for Americans.
Christians
Yeah.
on his side. This is pure propaganda. First it's Donald Trump, then it's the Bible. Yo, bro, last time I checked, you're Jewish. Why are you talking about the Bible, bro? Talk about the Torah. He wants to drag Christians into this. Yeah. You understand the type of psychological manipulation that's going on right here?
Yeah. It also shows how religions are used almost like pods at any time that you need for whatever you need, whether it be war or division.
You see why I'm against this shit?
Well, there's so many systems that's like that. It ain't exclusive to religion.
That is true.
More people have died in the name of my God is better than yours than any other cause in world history.
Because it predates every other cause.
It is what it is.
It's the first cause. Was religion.
I mean, first profession's prostitution. Don't make it right, bro.
Let's continue, man.
Kill you. Rise and act first. This is exactly what Israel has done today. We have risen like lions to defend ourselves. Over 3,000 years ago, Moses gave the people of Israel a message that has steeled their resolve ever since. Be strong and courageous, he said. Today, our strong and courageous soldiers and people stand together to defend ourselves against those who seek our destruction. And by defending ourselves, we defend many others, and we roll back murderous tyranny. Generations from now, history will record.
Okay, enough.
That our generation.
Enough. I've heard enough propaganda. Remember how you noticed we're defending others too?
Yeah.
Again, this is all psychological manipulation, and it's not just them. Everyone does this shit, man. George W. Bush did this shit when he invaded Iraq. You know, blah blah blah. Listen, this is a problem. Netanyahu's a 9 life path. I told people what happens when 9 life paths get into power. Yeah. They should never be in power. This is an example why.
Damn. Politicians, they hate the word I in politics. One thing I learned, because the word we, it manipulates people into thinking that they're in the fight. When even I hit my following base, I never say I hit 1.5 million. I say we did. There's people cheering, be like, hell yeah, we did it. We got to 1.5. We used to be at 30K because it brings people. It's almost like it attracts their energy and it makes it one collective if you speak in we's. And that's basically this whole speech was to involve us in it.
Yeah, I think with this whole thing, man, of course, he's going to want to have people on his side. That makes sense. But overall, I mean, he's doing what he needs to do to stay out of jail, I believe. So.
Definitely.
It is what it is. Let's go to the super chats and end this thing. Because everyone's mind's on one thing right now.
Not facts. All right, quite a few here.
All right. By the way, you got about 5 more minutes to donate because after this, we're shutting it down.
Yep. We got Gavin A. Gavin A. Male, 20 years old, born October 28th, 2004. Lifepath 8, birth number 1, monkey. Is Air Force a good move long term since Trump is president, or pursue a civilian job and make 6 figures?
I would pursue a civilian job and get the 6 figures. By the way, do you really want to be in war, bro? Do you really want to be in war? Like, you're 8 life path, born on the 28th, a monkey in the monkey nation, and you're thinking about going to the military, bro. There's better ways to make money.
I don't get that. I'm a vet.
There's better ways to make money. As a 28, if you work hard, that bag will come, man. Yeah. Just put in the work. It will come 100%, man. You have every advantage energetically there is.
Good stuff. 6 figures.
The only thing that will hold you back is your karma, bro. That's it.
So do good. Tej, June 22nd, 97. Hey, Gary. I've been working as a truck driver for a few years and hate working for someone else's company. Ready to start something for myself.
Well, your birthday is coming up soon. You're going to be in the 1-year cycle. That'll be the perfect time to do it, especially at ox and snake year. So you see, he's coming to the end of a 9-year cycle. Now all of a sudden he doesn't want to keep doing the same things he was doing. Yeah. Now he's about to hit that one, and in 1-year cycles, people are more aggressive. They do what they want to do. So yeah, I would definitely do it, bro. I would definitely go down there, and if that's your goal is to do something where you're the boss, I would definitely do it.
Michelle Rojas, June 11, 98, female, sending love from New York City.
Listen, this one's, trust me when I tell you, fellas, this is a interesting female. I'll just put it like that, man. An old soul, but she's a tiger. She's an 8 life path. She's definitely about her bag. She's not gonna date any brokies, and she looks the part, bro.
Oh shit.
She definitely looks the part. A tiger and an 11, bro. That's exactly the type of body you like, bro. I mean, I tell you right now. That's
have
exactly
you ever seen a bad-looking Michelle? No. I can't think of one bad-looking I've seen.
Oh, I mean,
Have you Bills? A Bad Luck and Michelle? I haven't seen one.
I haven't seen too many bad lucky 11 Tigers. I'll tell you that, man. My advice to you: keep working your charisma because that's going to stay with you for a long, long time. The older you get, the more charismatic you're going to get, and as a female, people are going to tell you grow young. No better thing for a female. And at some point in your life, you're going to be very influential. Right. I don't tell that to many females.
That's what's up.
Makes sense. Robert E. This is 080975. I have an entrepreneurial mind. However, I don't know in which direction my energy thrives in.
You need to do something where you can use your best abilities. Your number one ability is your ability to talk, your ability to network. Your second ability is psychology. So you need to find a career where you can use both your ability to talk and the ability you have to analyze people through psychology. And you're going to have to put in work, bro. You do that, you'll be exactly where you need to be. And again, you're always going to look young, bro. So, you're one of those guys, man, that is blessed that way. I hate saying blessed, man. It means be blessed. I hate saying that, man. We need to find a word to like replace that. We really do, because even me, I'm brainwashed.
Be more.
That stuff. Be more. Be well. Things of that nature. But combine those two things, and you will be very happy in life.
Django Trey says, "Hey Gary, thanks for doing what you do. My birthday is 7/1/92. You given me great advice before. Is there any significance at all with me being an 11 Lifepath? Who coincidentally wears a size 11 shoe? Pretty random question, but I was wondering about the meaning."
Very, very little, bro. You know what there is meaning in? There is a plane crash on the 11th, Indian Airlines, right? And there was 290 people on board, and there was one survivor, and he was in seat 11.
Get out of here. That was the seat, yeah.
That happened.
Yeah, it is. I saw.
That happened yesterday. What? So, again, I want to explain this. 290 or something that added up to an 11 people on the plane. It happened on the 11th, and the only guy who survived was in seat 11. Again, people can say that's a coincidence. Just like I can say Jesus never existed. People, I can't prove this for 100% that this, is real, but it's interesting to look at, and it makes you think, just like religion makes you think. So, I understand when I talk about stuff like this, I can't actually prove this 100%. I get it. One I can prove 100% is 28's number of wealth. I'll give you plenty of examples. But this right here is a stretch, but I do believe it has something to do with it.
Okay.
So it is what it is. You, my friend, just work hard, man. Just work hard. If you work hard, you'll get everywhere you need to go, man. Don't be lazy in life. Yeah, he's going to be rich. Fuck that shit. You're going to be rich. It's going to take a while, though, bro.
All right. That's it for today. Okay, so just a summary here for Ashton Hall, man. Listen, dude made it huge in the world of the internet. He came into the space, blazing guns. Of course, not so much with actual speed.
Yeah.
It was shown that his actual prowess of speed itself is not better than actual speeds. But nonetheless, his arrogance and his, I want to say, hate towards losing made an enemy of him with speed, which to me is a downfall of any, because speed is number one. Hands down. Better than Kai, better than Aiden, he's number one. However, when it comes to actually collaborations and connections, why fuck it up with speed?
It also made me think of something like anyone that's an aspiring creator, they got a lot to learn from this, that when you are in the presence of someone that's been doing it for a long time, like you were saying, use it as an opportunity to learn.
Yes.
I remember one time on Fresh and Fit, there was an individual, had a hot song. I remember watching that episode personally. Didn't like his attitude. It was like he was the hottest nigga in the world. Dude's irrelevant now.
I remember.
And it's like, bro, I remember way before I was even talking about it, I was like, why is this nigga not getting game from them acting like he's the hottest one there? They been here. Gonna be here.
Too sassy.
It's like, man, when you in the presence of someone that's been here, learn. You might not be here tomorrow. You can be hotter than a nigga today, but who was here yesterday that's still here today?
Humility.
That's the most important part.
Bills, you remember that day?
The baby mama song.
That's it.
Baby
Yeah,
Mama song.
That's it.
How's it go again?
It was a remix.
See, we can't remember the song.
Yeah, I can't.
But we remember the idiot singing the song, being
Yep.
arrogant and sassy. See,
Literally.
that doesn't work towards your credit, bro, as a creator. So lesson learned there, man. He was exposed because speed exposed him for who he really is, which is arrogant and not humble. All right.
Good show.
All right, Gary, where can I find you, bro?
Man, where can you not find me, man? I get around like that whore on down the street, bro.
Whoa.
When it comes to social media, of course, man, I'm a family man.
There you go.
But GG33, you can find me all over the place. Go on WAP, GG33 Silver, Bronze, GG33 Academy if you actually want to learn this. And again, the sponsor of the show, the QApp, the best numerology and astrology app out there. If you want to get an edge in life, get the QApp.
All right, guys, we're out of here, man. Peace.
We're out.